Hey everybody, what's up, Nell fam? My voice is a little softer from all of the yelling in classes last week, but that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a price of doing business, I say. Anything to cheer you guys on. Wanted to send you a video kind of building off of last week's video. It's going to be shorter. I'll do a little recap of what we talked about last week and then build onto it, like I said. But if you didn't watch last week's video, and if it's not still in your inbox, let me know and I'll make sure that we get it resent out to you. So last week we talked about goals, systems and habits, and then your identity. And really the whole idea of it was to forget your goals, focus on your systems, focus on your identity, and your goals will be achieved regardless. And so what we mean by that is if you go to the grocery store and you're picking out different food because you're trying to be healthy, then you're still identifying yourself as someone who's not healthy. But if you go to the grocery store and you pick out different food because you are healthy, then you're identifying yourself as someone who is healthy, and the decision-making process becomes that much easier. Or if you want to squat 300 pounds and you sit at home and all you want is to squat 300 pounds and you just focus on how badly you want that, solely having the goal and solely wanting the goal alone isn't going to allow you to achieve it. Does that make sense? Like, when we set goals and we don't achieve them, we get down on ourselves and we say things like, oh, you just didn't want it bad enough. You didn't really want that. You didn't want that. You didn't want it bad enough, and that's why you didn't achieve it. And the reality is that you could have wanted it plenty bad enough. You could have wanted it as bad as you possibly could. But if you didn't do the things that it actually took to make it happen, then there was no way it could happen no matter how bad you wanted it. But we don't tell ourselves that. We tell ourselves that we're failures and that we didn't want it bad enough. And so it really messes with our mentality. It messes with us emotionally when we do that, when we're goal focused and only goal focused. So if we focus on the identity, not I'm trying to be healthy, but I am healthy. Not I'm trying to be strong, but I am strong. That builds and that develops the confidence, and you start doing things that people who are healthy or people who are strong do. If you identify the goal of wanting to squat 300 pounds, but then you create the system of what it takes to make that happen, going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, challenging yourself during workouts, properly fueling yourself, getting proper sleep, proper hydration, proper supplementation, all of that, then if you focus on the system, it doesn't matter what the goal is because the system has you set up to achieve the goal. So last week's topic was forget your goals. Focus on your systems, your habits, and your identity. And that will allow you to not only achieve the goals that you currently have, but to continue to, down the road, achieve more goals that are similar to that. So I have a couple notes to make sure that I don't miss anything. But what I want you guys to do this week, if you watched last week's video, I put some homework tidbits in the email to go along with it. And I want to show you what I did this week to help identify what I want to tie my identity to, and to develop some descriptive words for that, affirmations, if you will, right? Because I think for a lot of us, we might have some things in common. We want to be healthy, we want to be strong, maybe we want to be athletes, something of that nature, right? But we probably have other words in our lives too, right? Because health is one very, very important part of your life, but it is just one part of your life, right? Physical health is one very, very important part of your life, but it's just one part. You have your career, you have your relationships, you have your personal development, your self-health, right? We have all those things too. So I went through and I wrote down just 4 things super quick to kind of identify how I want to identify myself, what I want my identity to be tied to. And so the 4 words I came up with were leader/coach, wife, healthy, and athlete. Those are things that I want to say that I am. I want to say I am a coach. I am a wife, right? I'm a good wife. I am healthy. I am an athlete, or I am strong. And so when I wrote down those 4 words, you'll see here, I know it's probably backwards or something like that, or blurry. But under each one, I wrote descriptive words of what I think someone who is a good coach is. So if I say, oh, they're a good coach, these are the qualities that I think that they have, right? So I wrote like empathetic, they have integrity, they're honest, they have humility, they're thoughtful, hardworking, empowering, resilient. And then once I wrote down, and there's more words that could go with this, once I wrote down those words, I then wrote down kind of like action items, breaking it down even more, right? Desire to understand others, make time for others, use my words positively, help others realize their capability, go out of my way for others, be positive, do the things I don't always want to do, and make sure that I'm continuously emotionally challenged, so that way I'm always developing and becoming better. And so I'll give you another example. That was what I did for like leader or coach. What I did for healthy. For healthy, I wrote energetic, focused, and clear. Like mental clarity, right? Kind of goes along with focused, but just clear. And so action items, kind of like things I put with that was be rested, get good sleep, drink a gallon of water, take your vitamins, eat your meals throughout the day, fueled with the right kind of food, right? So you guys know that I'm all about 80-20, but I know that having a healthier meal is going to make me feel better than a non-healthy meal. Be fit, have endurance, mental and personal development, so be mentally and personally challenged, so that way I can continue, right? Without challenge, there's no change. And then make sure that I reserve me time. And that I put that as a part of healthy, right? Taking care of me, whatever that looks like. And some weeks that's getting my hair done, getting my lashes done. Sometimes it's getting a massage every day. Or at least I try to every day. You know, that's my Jesus state. Reading books, that's a part of that for me too. So, and I wrote wife, and I wrote athlete, and I wrote things here. If you guys, I would highly encourage you to do this, because what this is used for is to not just use these action items, right? Like, be rested, get good sleep, drink a gallon of water, all of that, take your vitamins, eat your meals. That's a part of your systems. But then those words that describe that healthy person are kind of like your self-affirmations, right? So I tell myself, or I am going to begin to tell myself, that I'm an energetic person. No matter how I feel, I'm an energetic person. I'm going to feed that into my life. I am focused. I have mental clarity. When it comes to being a coach, I am resilient. I am empowering. I am hardworking. I'm thoughtful. I am humble. I am honest. I have integrity. I am empathetic. Even though I know that I'm not always those things, I'm going to tell myself that I am, because that's what I want to be. And if I tell myself that I'm not, then I'm not, right? Someone said the other day in a workout, they said, I can't jump up on that box. And I said, well, not with that attitude, you can't, right? And I love you, you know that I do, but that's how it works. And we need to start taking that mentality outside of the gym and into other areas of our lives too. So this is this week's kind of little optional homework that you can do. But like I said, this has been really beneficial for me, just to have these words written, just to take 10 minutes to write these things down, to be intentional with my life. Kyle said just this morning, every week is going by faster than the previous one, right? Time is going by so fast, trying to be intentional with what we want our lives to look like and what we want our lives to continue to look like. Oh, I thought it stopped recording. Okay, still going. And if you do that, and if you feel comfortable, I would love to be able to look at this. Or if you're comfortable, I would love for you to share this with me. I'd be honored to look over that for you. So, one word that's not on here that I want to talk about really quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. But one word I want to talk about that is nowhere on this page, and that is motivated. Motivation. There's a video that I've shared before, and it's called Motivation is Garbage, and it's by Mel Robbins, who wrote a book called The 5-Second Rule, and it's incredible. It's so incredible. If you can listen to it, if you don't have time to read, listen to it on Audible, and it will change your life. But she has this 5-minute video titled Motivation is Garbage. See, motivation, being motivated, the state of being motivated is a state of emotion. It is not something that you always are. It is not a part of your identity. And that might sound wrong to you at first, but if you really stay open-minded and take some time to unpackage that and think about it, I think hopefully you might agree. Being motivated is a state of temporary emotion. Sure, there are times where we are motivated. There are times where we receive extrinsic or intrinsic motivation, right? So motivation from others, motivation from ourselves, that does happen. And it's great when that happens. When it happens, those are the days where you're like, okay, awesome. I can't wait to go squat again because I want to work on my form and I'm motivated. I'm excited to go work out. When that happens, that's amazing because it makes that workout, going to the gym and getting that workout done, it makes that so easy. But where champions are really developed is when they go to the gym when they're not motivated. Because you will not, if no one's ever told you this, you will not and you cannot feel motivated to go to the gym every time you're supposed to go to the gym. Let me say that one more time. You will not and you cannot feel motivated to go to the gym every single time you're supposed to go. You might be that rare person who 29 days out of the month, you are like on it and you're motivated and you are pumped up, but there will be a day where you are just not feeling it, right? Because why? We're human and that's just it. So when we acknowledge that and we embrace that and we say, all right, you know what? I'm not motivated to the gym and I'm not going to let that trick me into thinking that I shouldn't go. Because we look at other people and we're like, wow, they're always so motivated. They show up every Monday. They are here 5 days a week. They are so motivated. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that I'm not motivated like they are? I'll let you in on a secret. They're not motivated all the time. They just have really good systems in place. They identified their goal and they created the system, and a part of the system in achieving that goal is going to the gym, even when they don't feel like going. Motivation, I totally agree with Mel Robbins in saying this. Motivation is garbage. And if we rely on it in order to get things done that need to get done, or we say, you know what, I'm not motivated to make this video. I don't feel like it today. So there must just be something wrong with me. I'm broke. I'm broken. There must be something wrong with me because other people would feel motivated to make this video and I just don't. Wrong. No, that's not how it goes. People have just developed and tied their identity to somebody who does the things that they need to do when they don't always feel like doing them. Today, I did not feel like making this video. I'm gonna be real with you. I got a raging headache. I got this light on and it is just going in my eyes. But this is part of the system that I've created, and this is something that I want to commit to doing even when it's not the easiest or most enjoyable to do in the moment. Motivation is garbage. So to recap all of that, you guys, last week we sent out a video. It's a little longer than this one. And we talk about goals, systems, and habits. I gave you guys a recap of that this week, but I shared a lot more last week. And there might be something in that video that you're just like, that clicked, right? I want you guys to, if you want to, write down different words that you want to tie your identity to, and then write descriptive words. If I want to be healthy, what words do I think describe someone who's healthy? Energetic, focused, clear. Okay, what are the things that I would need to do in order to accomplish that? Be well rested, get good sleep, drink a gallon of water, take your vitamins, eat your meals fueled with right food, pursue mental and personal development, make sure you block off me time. Okay, how does that work into my system, right? Going back to that. And then finally, the third thing that we covered is the fact that motivation is garbage. And that's just what it is. And the sooner that we accept that and acknowledge that, the quicker we are going to be able to move forward with doing the things that we don't always want to do, because we realize that we are not broken. There's nothing wrong with us. And every single person has days and moments where they do not feel motivated to do things, but they do them anyways. And that's how champions are developed and created. So looking forward to another awesome week with you guys. Again, email me anything that I can help with, myself or Rita, fitness@NellNation, and let's have a freaking awesome week.